I mean, this will be the big test. Can we get the win? So it is Peglin tuition. I do expect that we are going to have to do multiple runs. Honestly, I kind of really hate turning down grubby gloves. But short fuse is definitely just the easy choice there. I do think that both debuff stuff and big fish is interesting into area 4. I think debuff stuff is actually very good into area 4. Big fish obviously is. I'm not expecting it to be good into area 4, but it sounds funny. You know, like, there are a few good ways you can try and bypass the intangible. My most recent favorite thought that I had was pincer maneuver. Great way to bypass the intangible. But big fish is a good way to bypass the intangible. Maybe not exactly a particularly amazing way. How much value are you really going to get out of it? But it's a funny one. And I mean, what more do you want, right? But yeah, pincer maneuver I think is really, really strong, which is a big part of the reason why I'm interested in debuff stuff as well. Because I think it'll achieve a lot. Talk about achieving a lot. I do have the immediate chest that I do like on Peglin, you know, that is true. I think I will just die. I have to deal with 2 elites, which is so scary. Oh my. Wow. I've talked about how strong I think Hive Turtle is now. I think Hive Turtle is very good. Very good indeed. Okay, I actually have to think about this. So here's the thing. When you get this event early on, especially on Peglin, maybe not especially on Peglin, maybe just in general, if you want in area 4, you can just take 3 removals, which gets you to your perfect deck really easily. You no longer need your perfect deck for area 3, a lot of the time you will still just be fine despite the buffs, especially for C20, some of the area 3 elites, so maybe just taking an upgrade on my dagger up here, just make myself stronger in some elites is better. It very much could be. That being said, I will still just remove the Pebble. So I'm removing the Pebble here over the Terrible, because there are some fights that the Terrible is good in, as well as if I get that one specific Anvil Curse, is what I'm going to call them. They're the ones that you get after each area. Upgrade an orb, lose 25 gold. Definitely going to embrace the lightning here. Perfectly acceptable, especially if it's level 2. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful to see. I wish I got the events the other way around, that I could have upgraded it, because I think I would have. What was I saying? Something about you have access to a lot of removals in area 4 if need be, which is potentially really, really handy. I can definitely see that being something extremely useful. So I'll shoot the ball lightning there next shot. So let's just do this. I'll change my targeting now. 1 bomb short fuse is helping out a lot with that, isn't it? I'll actually shoot the terrible. Awesome. That was exactly what I was after. I really do hope that we get a... Yeah, that'll do, that'll do. That'll definitely do. Very pleased with that. I won't shoot a 1 damage orb. You know, it really wants me to. That's really unfortunate. I really wanted to get the Dagob shot onto this next enemy, because obviously the Dagob is just my highest damage orb in my deck. Bull Lightning's also good, but I want to see the Pebble there because the Bull Lightning should just be able to close this out no matter what, pretty much. A shot like this should be able to find 49. Oh, very close, eh? Very close indeed. Alright, that's awesome though. I lost 34 health. Definitely acceptable. Definitely like to have a bit more to work with though. Okay, refresh also crit. Pumpkin Pie, guaranteed crits and bombs equals Spinfection. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Do I think that a crit build? Pumpkin Pie that's just really solid. Into area 4, Pumpkin Pie is just decent. Ooh, doesn't Pumpkin Pie... No, actually, you still go in the purple fires. I just think to remember if you have weighted chip Pumpkin Pie, you do still go into the fires. Pop them. Lose the health, I believe. I think it's just Light Shaft Potion here. Not only is it just good tempo, but refresh also crit is also a very valid endgame into area 4. Spam crit build is looking pretty good. I haven't really gotten to use it all too well yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll be solid enough. Really good first shot, followed by a decent enough second shot. I mean, this is just a pleasant map, isn't it? It's the one where you just have enough bombs to where you're extremely happy. The only thing you're not happy about is the gold collection, but that's possible as long as I get to 105, so... Like, I'll be at 105, doesn't it? And I probably won't get another fight, will I? It's fine. Obelisk, that might have been the second Obelisk I saw this run. Might be mistaken. Getting a fight like that and just losing no health though, very, very pleasant. No point in messing around. I don't think misnavigation really matters, but but I just really wanted to go to the Minotaur fight that I definitely knew was here. It's Minotaur, so I'm just going to shoot the terrible. It's a massive shame that I couldn't have shot basically any other on my deck, but whatever. The choice I made when I didn't remove the terrible, right? I'm paying the price. My refresh also crit. This is a huge deal for a Minotaur fight. I think that I've been kind of screwed by my roll. Oh, I'm just dead here. I don't have enough health to tank this guy. Grab that crit. Like, I just don't have enough health and I'm just not lucky enough either. Nope, I haven't got a single refresh or crit on a roll, which... Okay, how did that miss? Like, how? Yeah, see what I mean? I'm just done so. That's fine. It's literally just down to a Dagob shot, which is not going to work. As I said when I started this run, sometimes you're just not going to get lucky. This really could have been it, but random Minotaur from nowhere, he gets off just good map RNG for him. Just really good map RNG for him. Okay, that's a refilibuster. Run Guard and Cookie, turning them down is unfortunate, but if it's for a refilibuster, I'll do anything. Happily. Extra enemy in this fight, I thought it might have been a Rainbow Slime for a second, but it's not. Again with the trying to do Devil's Store shenanigans. I don't want to do... I dislike losing health here. Basically losing health for no reason. Oh well. It's like, sure, I definitely can try harder for those shots to not lose health, but like, it's just such a high chance that you actually hit those bombs there. Let's get to 20... Awesome. Let's go say 25 gold. I just skipped over the 20s pretty much. Jumped straight to 30. Don't mind if I do. It's always nice when you get good gold on this map. Sometimes it can end pretty fast, and sometimes the last few coin pegs can just be a bit hard to collect. Oh, not quite. Well, whatever. I will just... Also, I totally forgot about Refilibuster, to be honest. I'll just aim for the refresh to close out the fight. I'm perfectly happy to take on the early elite then. Well, early-ish. I don't have anything before it, so it does feel early, doesn't it? I do not want to invest. Might be solid, but it's just never worth it. I'm just never going to get the payout. That is a Bull Lightning in a Refilibuster run. Infinitely better than last run, especially since I can get it to level 3 if I truly desire, which I most likely shall. It's just so good, isn't it? Very, very nice to see. I'm just going to play it slow. But Refilibuster. Simple as that. Let's just wait for these blue guys to spawn. Pop the bomb another time. Pop the refresh once more. And would you look at that? That'll be the map. That'll be everything. That'll do it, so I will just do something simple like that. Do something simple like this. So I'm pretty sure the blue guys don't actually die here, but I don't need them to. I'm sure that this roll right here will roll and get more than enough damage to finish you off. 7 health is not exactly the most to work with, is it? Cruciball was really good, but I'm kind of pleased with my AoE powers. I really feel like I don't really care. Oh, you know what I do care about, actually? I will just do that. I think that'll just save me a decent chunk of health in the upcoming elite, so that's worth it. Okay, this fight's pretty simple. Let's just time our Refilibuster well. That generally means not shooting the Bull Lightning extremely early, but is what it is. I want that bounce, thank you. Oh, that bounced straight out, wow. I would not have expected that, sure. That's definitely on the more unfortunate side. But it looks like this fight is going perfectly well, doesn't it? Exactly as I would like. Awesome, my bombs are also easy to access and ready and primed. Alright, it's time to unleash you. And a second, awesome. As I said, we are just in a very solid spot for this fight, aren't we? Easy crit, I actually did get an easy crit and I can get a lot of damage for it. Awesome stuff, absolutely awesome stuff. Now let's go in there, grab that refresh, grab a bomb. Oh, nothing. I got neither, wow, okay. I really was expecting something there, but I lost basically no health for an elite fight. I got a Rainbow Slime kill, which means additional gold. Oh man, damn. So counter for crits is great. Pincer maneuver, as I said, I think it's really good into Area 4. It's just really good for debuff builds. But it's versus an early, very early Grinding Monstera. And the nice thing about an extremely early Grinding Monstera is it makes it easier to hit Salt Shaker. So I kind of feel like I've just simply got to go for that. It's just too good to turn down. Against Maneuver, as I said, is going to be good into Area 4, but a lot of builds just won't need it, is the thing. A lot of builds just don't need it, so it's not really something I need to focus on too much. I don't want a ton of vision. It was something I kind of did in the Peglin run a bit too much. I thought that the 4th area would just make it extremely likely for me to hit my beautiful circle bullet combo, and then that didn't happen. And then I was actually in a pretty bad spot because I kind of hedged for it slightly more than I should have. So I just want to not make that silly mistake again, because I did actually fail to get the Peglin win. Maybe I shouldn't be spending health for... Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Surely spending health for the running 0 value early on is fine. I probably shouldn't have shot the terrible because it's small, actually. As long as we get the refresh here. Oh, so close. Wow, that's very rude. They really just... Damn it. I really didn't want to do this, but yeah, no, that's why I didn't want to do it. Oh well, the horrible is large. Large and in charge. It's just no way you're not getting killed. It's simply, it's just, you're just ending this. Yep, you're absolutely ending that. Did more health loss there than I would like, but it's gonna be fine. Acceptable, acceptable. I'm just gaining max HP after all, which is very nice. Complex Claw just for the added damage boost. In what elite fight do I care about this? I'm kind of fine to just take a Unicorn Horn. It enables very fun shots, and with Greymon Zero already, I feel like I'm just going to easily get enough value from that. The rematch. Okay, I'm up for a rematch. I'm not particularly stronger, but it's a bit harder for me to get screwed over. Which I think is a pretty big deal, because I really did get screwed over quite hard the previous Minotaur fight. Awesome. And it's just going to be a bit more consistent now with access to the Filibuster damage. I'm not fully relying on hitting my refresh pretty much, because before I really was. And now I also have Unicorn Horn, which is giving me incredible shots like that. You know, that's just really pleasant. You know what else? Well, okay, this is just 2 runs into Minotaur. Whoa. It's also really pleasant when you hit your crit, is what I was going to say, but because I didn't hit my crit, I am just dead. Lost a little bit too much health earlier on, apparently. Wow, okay, sure. I mean, this is what Peglin C20 is. You roll the dice. I think it is just Decoy Orb. So no need for Round Guard this run. Decoy Orb I don't believe actually works properly into Area 4, which is unfortunate. I did not see much on the seed, but I guess I'm just blind. This is decent enough. Again, as I mentioned before with my Peglin C20 guide, so to speak, I really do prefer early chests. Early chests are kind of like the cream of the crop. They're really what you're looking for in this class, and they will help you out so much. You should be like turning down early elites in favor of early chests, because you just can't take the early elites without the early chests. And once you take the early chests, you can take the early elites. I don't have that option, which scares me a lot. It scares me a lot. Luckily I have a lot of gold to work with, and it's always very pleasant. I just don't have a Refilibuster anymore. You know, that was very nice to have last run. Refilibuster is just an amazing security blanket. Like, sure, it's significantly worse into Area 4, but it's one of the best passives, if not the best passive for getting you to Area 4. Especially if... At least we have Decoy for this fight. Cruciball 19 working on this fight is just pretty miserable, though. It's really rough. Really rough indeed. I will just shoot a normal shot. 70 damage on a normal shot is really hard to do. Really hard to do. I do need to open up the bomb rather than later. It's not necessary, but it does help smooth things out. Actually, I've got to bounce the other way. I can't bounce the other way. I have to do something fancy like that, which might look a bit silly, but I just really want to access this bomb. Just decreases the damage I need to deal per shot by 40. And 40 is just a pretty big number. It matters. It matters. But it's kind of crazy that we're already going to run out of decoy value. Oh my god. Honestly, I think this seed sucks, and that was just a miserable fight. I kind of don't feel like dealing with that. And that's the thing. I just expect quick turnarounds for these runs, eh? Super Boots. Don't take fire damage. It certainly would have been nicer earlier. I've taken more than a bit of fire damage this video after all. What was the other one that was solid? There was also another solid one there. I'm sure I hovered on it. Somehow it's completely skipped my mind. Was it Complex Claw? Who knows? Chest, store. Okay, I'm not invigorated by this. This is not particularly interesting. But maybe, just maybe, things work out. We could get some really interesting question marks after all. And that would be pleasant. I just suck at hitting the bomb on the rebound. How unfortunate. 29 gold though. Cool. Cool. So I will be trying these early question marks. As I've said before, just trying the RNG, right? Remove all orbs. I'm perfectly fine to do that, and then we can play for reloads for the early areas for sure. Orb is a good orb. It's a good orb. You can do a lot with it on this class. It's less so, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, sure, like way more health than I want to lose there, but if it means I have a way to chip Super Boots combo, then I don't know, that might just be worth it. Pocket Sand, try and do debuff stuff, sounds decent. 29 gold, by the way. I really do need 50 gold for the store. And I'll get it. I will at least get that much. Yeah, but it's just going to be really nice just not taking fire damage. Having the Super Boots just to ensure that I'm not losing health just gives me multiplier. And we know how I feel about multipliers. They're really nice to have access to. It's really nice to have access to gold. And unfortunately I've kind of failed to do that. Bit of Super Boots healing there though. Removing orb to take 21 damage. Unfortunately that's simply not worth it. 45 gold. Going to a store is just a bit too painful, so we will just... The Infernals are just not good enough. We'll just do something like that. I'm very pleased with that shot, by the way. It's just been working out. I don't know if when I first took that shot I had... Sorry, I'm just reacting to the map yet again. 100 extra health on this fight is very fun. Very fun indeed. Oh, half damage at the last second. It's unfortunate. Yeah, very fun indeed. Okay, I really want to aim towards the left-hand side of the map, but I also really do not want to aim towards the 0.5 times slot. When you've got Echo, we just can't be losing our damage like that. I'm afraid it's just too required. I thought my refresh moved for a second. I realize now that I saw your refresh move, not taking one, which just hurts a lot. Oh, yep. An extra 100 health in this fight is just brutal. Absolutely brutal. They really lived there. That is not ideal. Well, we will persevere, and unfortunately persevering does not mean anything like winning, because we are just going to keep landing our damage being halved. We're down to 30 health, and for what? Nothing. We have like nothing going for us. This guy's not even that well blinded, so he's going to be landing some hits on us. Or maybe not. Okay, I lied. We do have some stuff going for us. Yep, Shock Absorber. Shock Absorber is decent. It is one piece of a mini... Oh wow, okay. Bull Chicken is excellent safety blanket. Shock Absorber is an excellent piece of a great puzzle. Unfortunately, if we only have one piece of the puzzle, yeah, it's useless. So hopefully we find the pieces of the puzzle. I do actually like Double Trouble. I could do Remove and Double Trouble, that is true. I think that's worth it. Yeah, okay. I do feel like this is kind of doomed, so I'm just going to play for the highest high roll. Which is, I think, Reduce, Refuse, Recycle. I kind of feel like at this stage it's just like, yes, we randomly hit a Popping Corn and then we hit a Torn Sash and then Magic. That's what I feel like is going to need to happen. We've got an extra plant in this fight, so that's excessive health loss. Basically just going to lose my Wool Chicken HP I gained in this fight with that one silly little plant. Because it's just hard to access your bombs in this fight, way harder than you'd like. I mean, yeah, this is just so doomed. I'm just not doing that. Nuh-uh. Okay, let's keep it going. I believe we can get the win. I really do. Ive Turtle. I do think Ive Turtle is really good. As a starting relic, it is insane. Early elites is exactly what I was not hoping for. Early chests. Now that's the deal. The deal. That is pretty good fun though. It's just the wrong order. You meant to put the chests first and then the elites later, my friend. I would appreciate if you would do that, thank you very much. Just a bit unfortunate. It's like, it'd be really nice if we can take those elites. And if we can't take those elites, well, we're going to find out really fast. especially since I think I'm going to those elites no matter what. Yes, I'm just in such a good spot if I can take the elites. That's the thing. Problem is, I really just can't. And I already know the answer. I know that, but is what it is, eh? Rob does tempt me. Where's the store? Where's the store? I was gonna say if there's no store, like just taking this rubble, stacking it up. Oh, Cirque is not exactly what I was hoping for. You know what? 3-1 multiple baseline? This is just really good stats. Seriously. Picking that up right now. Shoot it away from a crit. The problem is it's like, on what boss fights do I care about that, right? And suddenly the answer is not many. I feel like I just kind of have to persevere. You get a chest in this question mark, right? That's what I need to do. It's actually a chest, unfortunately. I mean, maybe it'll be 50 max HP later. The problem with 50 max HP later is you need to get to later. And unfortunately, I think I might just struggle with that, just a tiny bit. Alright, surely that... -9 health? Okay. Alrighty. -9 health. I'm going to be honest. With how much health the elite is going to be draining from me, I feel like that is... not a good sign, not a good sign. I feel like I'm going to lose about 90 health total. And if you look at my max HP, I'm afraid that it doesn't actually go up to 90. No, Cruciball 12, 13? One of the two. Cruciball 13 makes sure of that, eh? Great stuff. 62 gold. To be fair, a very decent chunk of gold. I can pick up this orb and then upgrade it. Hold on. I hate the idea of doing an obelisk build, but honestly, at this stage, I'm kind of open to anything. It sounds hilarious. The problem I have is I can't pick up by this pebble, which is very sad. Now, part of the reason why I really want to do a pebble build, and actually we'll try for it here. Part of the reason why I really want to do it is there is a curse that you can get, which is insane for you. It's just insane. Doubles with pebbles in your deck, which is premium. It's so good if you can find it in a pebble build. It's just you have to find your obelisks, find it, and then you know, like you probably added a whole bunch of level 1 pebbles to your deck, so got to get them upgraded now. And it seems like a bit of an arduous journey to the point where how good even is it? But at the minimum, it's not really a downside. Even if you're just boosting the damage of your obelisks, that can just be extremely fine. Terrible is actually bad for that apparently. Terrible is usually pretty good at hitting those bombs. There was a shot I did with a Terrible once upon a time, which just popped all 3 of the bombs there. You know, it was beautiful. Unfortunately, it was not that shot. Eh? Alright, so we're getting to the point where the boss is indeed taking away the 90 health that I predicted. Because of these guys, I don't think they will actually be taking away 90 health, but they're going to try, and they're going to get... Apparently I can't pull off that bounce, so more health than I would like. Well, I got one of the bombs. I really can't pull off this bounce though, which means I am just dead actually, that's what it means. It means I've got to open this up though, which, oh god, that's just miserable. Honestly, I don't hate just dying here. I really don't. Torn Sash here would be nice though. Did I get a crit here? I do not get a crit here. But I still shoot the Dagob anyway. Well, so doomed, my friends. So doomed. Boom boom. Yeah, we'll just do like this. Absolutely nothing. This is fine. This is fine. What do I get for trying to play Pebble Comp selling me? But it does sound kind of funny, you know, just bringing a Pebble Comp into immediate Frog Amulet. Oh, I mean, look, I'm going to get more value out of a Frog Amulet through any other means than this. Like, this is the best way I can get the most value out of Frog Amulet. Immediate chest. I would be more excited, but it's not the most interesting map, and I definitely do not have the most interesting starting relic. Is there a... No, I'm taking the store, okay. The seed is also... This Area 1 map, rather, is just a bit uninspiring. But chests can be amazing. They really can be. They can absolutely decide your run. Particularly if you're playing this class. That's why I think they're just such a big deal. So we'll see what we get in the chest. It's definitely not the most fun immediate fight though. It never will be when Cruci 19 adds extra enemies into the fight. It didn't actually add in any extra enemies here, but I kind of still remember when it did, and that was not fun. Not fun indeed. Awesome damage there. Awesome damage. 31 gold. Very solid. Double. This is more like it. Alright. Nice. It's a big shame to be turning down the double-double, but for a bomb, I'll do anything. Extra enemy in this fight, that just means that he's just draining some health from me, which is fine. I'm not popping my bombs early. Nope, I'm patient. I will happily trade some health. Let's see if I get any bomb value, shall we? I expected nothing less, to be perfectly blunt. I really expected nothing less. Alright, now let's grab one of them. Down. Also slightly more value there, but I guess I can do a shot that looks a little bit like this, which... not bad. Not bad indeed. Snowball build. Potentially very viable. It's a very fun orb. Is it good enough? Probably not. But it's new, and the buffs that they got was really interesting, and it works decently well for Balm. Like, I mean, it just sounds like a good bit of fun, doesn't it? I do think that Snowball is definitely much better than it was before. Before, admittedly, I unfortunately was not all too impressed with it. Now I really do think it can achieve stuff. I think it's actually a pretty cool, even just as a solo orb, like we saw just there, even the level 1 one, which technically wasn't changed. It just get decent enough value to the point where maybe I'm not too sad about shooting it. Realistically, a normal orb that I added to my deck that I spent 25 gold on would be significantly more impactful, but I can't expect too much from everything, can I? I really don't know what happened for that last shot. I will just try that. Was it truly very unfortunate? Oh, we're already big, I see. Cool stuff. I do need to... They're only dealing 3 per hit. It might sound like a big number, but for this fight, I feel like I'm still just fine with it. I guess I'll wait for my next... Yep, there we go. Alright, no snowball yet. Bit of a shame, let's do that, hit that refresh, good stuff. Shoot the snowball, get decent enough AoE. And not really decent enough, I'm gonna be honest. Really needed more there. So I'll start opening up that bomb. Yep. I mean, we just hit those bombs early, which kind of just put us in a really terrible spot, and as such, we went through a lot of pain that fight, and I'm still targeting the correct enemy, unfortunately. Fortunately, that was indeed the correct enemy to target, which does suck. But as long as we can get a crit on this snowball, it'll be... Ugh. We do need the snowball upgrade for it to deal damage, apparently. That much I wasn't actually aware of, because I usually use the snowball when it's upgraded. Oh my god, I'm just gonna get bashed to death by this one blue slime. Bonk, 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 bonk. Like, I'm literally just on death's door here. No, I'm not on death's door, actually. Death has entered the room. It's fine. Immediate, okay. I do like Peglin stat. Having access to healing is really nice. That's a chest. I do like chests. I've mentioned once or twice. So far I've done Obelisk and Pebble. Both interesting ideas. I think they're both pretty crazy. Honestly, completely crazy. I'm sure they could work out in runs. They could definitely work out. Wouldn't exactly expect them to, though. Awesome, we have our 25 gold that I was after. We have a pretty early store, and we have triple elite. Yeah, triple elite. Okay. Don't really think there's a better path to take. Sure, I could try another store, but not really much point. I'd rather be picking up an orb and using it to beat the next 2 elites that I'll be facing. But yeah, we have access to healing, so it'll probably... Usually... Ow. That hurts. Usually I like to call that GG. It's not necessarily GG because this chest could be Grabby hand is good against Slime Tree. Yeah. The chest could be incredible indeed. The chest could be incredible. I'm afraid that unfortunately that chest was actually just not so incredible. Grabby hand is fine. I will get value out of it. Look, there's a flying enemy right here. Let me collect my damage boost. Yippee. Unfortunately, I do not believe it to be enough. I lied. Oh my god, this is the most blessed run I've ever seen. It's our easiest win ever. Do I trek myself through this? I think I do. Oh wait, I can't buy both. Oh no, I really wanted both of these. 4 more gold. This is not a good gold map, so I'm not surprised it didn't work out. 4 more gold, eh? 4 more gold. It's just something circle though. Bubble is... I can't count. I love not being able to count. I love not being able to count so much. I can buy both of them. Okay. Okay. So instead of trekking through the store and wasting a thing, I go through here, power up my orbs more. I still get 2 elites. This is just fine. For good orbs, I will happily trade pretty much anything. You know, that is really what this class is trying to aim for just most of the time. Man, being able to... Orb plus... Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Alright, okay. And we've got Haggle Tap for healing as well, so... Doesn't look too bad. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that dupe really hurts. Like, think of the spot we'd be in here if we didn't actually have that dupe. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate, but we persevere. Except this time, I'm sure that we'll get further this time. How far that'll actually be, I'm not sure, but we will be losing noticeable tempo from having the extra pebble in our deck. It's actually going to be seriously noticeable. I'll issue that. It's actually pretty good at getting gold. Alright, awesome stuff. Now I just need to be spamming upgrades. Just get the upgrades done. Ignore the stores, that's fine. Good orbs? Okay. Well, I am having a lot of fun with my runs. Seems that Minotaur is also having a lot of fun. I would prefer it if Minotaur was not having a lot of fun, because unfortunately his fun tends to coincide with me dying. Oh. Oh, this run was going so well. Well, I have a lot of health to work with, you know? A lot of health. Minotaur slaps really hard. Like, there's hard and then there's Minotaur. Oh no. I'm afraid that for Area 1, it's just wasted my dagger each time as well, like, it's just so done. Oh well. All's well that ends well, and unfortunately, this is ending here. I'm afraid I will not be making it any further. It's just a random Minotaur in my path, like, okay pal, okay. What can you do? What can you do? Alright, very cool. Minotaur is just slapping me to death, eh? Is that the title of the video? Minotaur slap hurts. Oh, hello. Fresh bandana. The seed is amazing. I've got a fresh bandana starter. Sorry, I should take the shot. I've got a fresh bandana starter, and yet I feel like it's never been more over. What the hell is this? Why is this a possible first fight? How are you meant to deal with this? Pretty much all of the starting relics. You're going to be losing 15 health or something in this fight? I don't think that's a crazy estimate. I really don't. What the hell is this? I thought they fixed Cruci 19. Oh my god. 15 health might have been generous. Okay. Right, okay. Immediate plant. Yep, okay. Got it. Well, at least we get the crit here. As long as we get that dagger crit, yeah, like 15 health was generous. Seriously. Fresh bandana is actually very helpful. This is a map where if you don't have access to your refreshes, you just lose significantly more than 15 health. 15 health which I just lost because there's just a random... Why is there a plant in my fight? Why is there just a plant in my fight? Please. Oh my god, 2 health. I have no words for this. Really. Alright, this is a thing. This is a thing that just happened, and I'm on 37 gold. Yippee. 37 gold. Now, personally, I would like to be on more than 46 health, but I guess maybe that's asking for a bit too much. Maybe I'm just expecting too much. Glass half full, I actually really like it there, and I would have bought that if this store wasn't so fast. Can we keep me alive, please? Let's also refresh the board. 3 refreshes on the board. Sign me up. Where's my cookie? I'm going to need that, apparently. I'm really going to need it. I swear, if these plants steal health from me again, I've had enough. I've simply had enough of them. How about no? I simply choose to instead hit my bombs. Yeah, get out. I'm on 46 health because of these darned plants. Now what? A solid... Actually, it was a pretty It was probably like 15, wasn't it? Probably around 15 of it was due to the slimes in the previous fight, but I also blame the plants. Especially since, you know, the plants did distract me. They made it so that I was probably taking worse shots. You know, let's just blame everything on the plants. They are the devil after all. 46. I still don't have my cookie, but I'm just about to get my cookie. Everything will be right with the world once I get this cookie. Voila. Hello. I like killing. I also like extra refreshes on the board. At what point is it too many? Okay, no, but seriously, I think it is actually the correct play. I am fine to just press the heal button. Like, seriously. An extra refresh on the board is just so valuable. An extra crit on the board is also so valuable. There are some fights in Area 1 that are really good at stealing your health. If you get a random extra plant on the first fight of Area 1 in a map which is actually really hard to get damage and it's literally impossible to get the kill on the plant, that is the best way. This is... like, how can you not lose health in this fight? 3. The most, like, blessed seed ever with the most just cursed RNG. 3 health. There's an extra blue slime in this. What is going on? I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. This is hilarious. Really good fun. I honestly did have high hopes. I really did think I was going to get a C20 Area 4 victory for Peglin, but preferably pretty fast. Do we think I'm going to get this one? Doesn't really look like it anymore, does it? Oh man indeed. Well, at least we I can pull off this bounce, right? No, I can't. Oh my god, kill me now, Jesus. Even if I'm left alive. Actually, I'm not even alive. What is this, man? Peglin's hat would have still killed me there, by the way. Okay, can I have real RNG, please? Peglin's hat is good. We've been over this. Peglin's hat is good. I will take it. Special button, I think, was better than the Peglin's hat there, but that was a rare edge case scenario where I needed the crit. This class generally just likes its crits to try and deal with elites and stuff, as well as it granted me an extra refresh. Alright, we've taken care of the bombs, we've taken care of all of the problem enemies. There is now one green dude. Let's hit a crit so we can kill him. It's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Let's collect up gold so they can buy lots of bounty so I can actually win the run. Well, at least we have a whole bunch of treasure chests before our elites. That is pleasant. I do enjoy that. A loose circle. Would I take it? It is a 1-2. I'm not taking a 1-2. I would have taken it if it was a 1-5. That's what I initially had expected it to be, and then I got an Olga. I like Olga. I also like having gold for a store. Let's get to 50 gold, shall we? I don't exactly have good memories of this fight right now, I must be honest. I really have to be honest. But maybe, just maybe, Olga is just the broken passive that it is, and it allows me to just care a lot less about this fight. You know, that would be nice. That would be real nice. Unfortunately, there is only so much Olga can do. I will still be losing health here. Really unfortunate. And bam. Let's get a crit roll. If I get one crit roll, then I'm just solid for damage. It just gets 2 kills. It's insane. Olga is such a good passive. Unfortunately, the only time I seem to be able to get a crit roll is for shots like that. It's fine, but ouch. Let's get you out of here. Let's do... I hate the both of them, but let's actually get damage, shall we? Or maybe not. Maybe not. I'm used to having the pegs there as guaranteed. Thank you, and thank you. And oh my god, I barely lost any health. The health that I did lose is going to be recovered. 56 gold is actually very impressive. Maybe, just maybe, everything is right with the world this time. Maybe... I got my hopes up. It was always worth it to check behind, and even still it is completely fine because I got a really good fight for me. Unfortunately, a really good fight for me does not mean that I am not just about to lose a solid 40 plus health. You know, it really could be that much. Really could be. Nice. I kind of just wanted the crit there just to get some more damage on him. I kind of just want to just use Olga because these bombs are hidden. Let's just leave them hidden because hitting them can be hard. It can be really hard. I do need access to this refresh sooner rather than later though. I imagine this guy will just fool over any day now. Like the full years. Alright, let's... I'm really not pleased with this refresh. But maybe things just work out. Maybe they do. I'm definitely just going for the crit. Just massively increases my damage and I should be able to stick to the left-hand side. Awesome. I really am not impressed with that crit, so I will be shooting the pebble rather than... Might just be GG. It's a shame because Olga's really good, but it's just so messy now. Just a lot more health there than I would have liked to have lost. I do get a lot of damage here, and I am just about to get my Haglin's Hat heal, but I don't know if I'm actually going to get the Haglin's Hat heal in this fight, specifically. Like, I just can't land a single dagger. Ugh, well, there's only one shot I can do, and it looks like that, and I'm just dead. Okay. Well, check behind the waterfall is always the correct play, it really is. I just need to get lucky. Didn't get as lucky as I would have liked though. Complex Claw is a decent damage boost. Maybe the multiplier there's more correct. We got the immediate chest, which is definitely something I'm after. Oh man, this really is just slamming my head into a brick wall there. But not to worry, we will get there. The funny thing is, Area 1, actually for Peglin, I guess it is the hard part, but it's not even meant to be the hard part. I do think that given time to assemble an Area 4 build, I will easily be able to assemble an Area 4 build. But maybe I'll be proven wrong. Just kind of a shame that, oh my god, seriously, 40 minutes is what I'm being told. That is quite a long time to have made zero progress, isn't it? But what can you do? What can you do? I'm sure that I could have had more tempo focus runs where I actually got to later areas, but as I mentioned before, even if you do focus on tempo, you're buying tempo orbs, you're making tempo decisions, you're keeping yourself alive with the amazing power of tempo, if that just means that you just die in Area 2 instead of Area 1, I'm not really all that interested in that. I'd rather set myself up for Area 3, which used to be the latest area, but is now Area 4. I'd rather set myself up for Area 4 because it is the big question mark, isn't it? But mostly it's just setting myself up for Area 2, Area 3, and Area 4. Well, usually mostly Area 2 and Area 3 because a lot of the stuff that is useful in Area 2 is just as strong in Area 1. A lot of overlap. Whooping Hammer is so nice, isn't it? As I've said before, I'm actually quite sad that Whooping Hammer is a Story Relic. I think that for both of the classes that have access to it, especially Belando, I think I would prefer it to be a non-Story Relic. 62 gold, very impressive. Abrasion is good scaling. I do love a good Abrasion. It's also Misako, a Complex Claw. I'm not doing Abrasion stuff, and I do not have the capabilities to tank the Abrasion hits. Alright, it's nice to have reclaimed my crit damage, isn't it? Short fuse is always very iffy in this fight. I'm really not feeling too hopeful about this fight, to be honest. I'm going to lose more health than I would like. None of my passives are helping me out for this fight. That being said, this is usually just significantly better than a lot of the other elites you can possibly roll. Particularly Minotaur. Minotaur is a very nasty boss, did you know that? I think I've learned that sometime recently, I don't know, I don't remember. One of my past lives maybe learned that Minotaur was actually really rough to deal with. And it turns out randomly getting him is just not ideal. I would love to hit a crit with my dagger any day now. That'd be cool. Really did not want my bombs already. That's the thing with short fuse. Very much removes it from your control. The good news is though, if you look at the bombs I did hit, they're actually pretty hard to get. And short fuse does make tidying up the rest of the bombs much easier. So it's not all too bad, okay? We've got to look on the bright side. Sure, I may be down 20 health, and I'm going to be down so much more, but on the bright side, what's on the bright side? I jest, but it really doesn't look all too pleasant, does it? Why are we bouncing out there? Why? Boom boom. This will be my last shot, and then I will happily go and claim that bomb. Yep, we are down to 30 health. It sucks, but it could be worse. It could be worse. Just be Minotaur, we could just be dead. 105 critical Librium with a complex claw. Grinding Monster early is cooler than Wolf Chicken because I am greedy. I'm very greedy. What can I say? I'm happy to press the heal button here. If it keeps me above 105, please just thank you. Thank you. I was going to say I'm happy to press the heal. Oh wait, sorry. This is a premium, an absolutely premium Grinding Monster fight. What? Yeah. Okay. Well. This is usually a very dangerous fight because usually it's very easy to just lose health. Short fuse makes it much harder for us to lose health, which is perfect. Because, as I said, this is a premium, absolutely premium Running Zero fight. And I really, really needed this. I turned down the wood chicken because I'm excessively greedy, and I did not get punished for it. I got rewarded for it. Which is what I needed. That's really what I needed. And now we get... Oh my. Oh my. I would love to take the molten gold so much. I really would. Unfortunately. I have a brain. The gold is nice. I really do think... Oh, I mean, okay, look. That's gonna happen. And let's be honest, I just can't, in good faith, turn down this round card. Yes, I think having gold for Area 4 is really nice, but like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I do... Let's take the fights. Bring it on. If I had 6 more gold, would I buy Alleviation? Eh? I'm close to buying it. I'm very close to buying it. The fact that I have 0 passes for it pretty much does kind of make it a bit harder. But this is not a missed navigation yet. Alright, let's prep my bombs. I've got a refilibuster as well, so I am fine to just deal with this first wave just to make sure that I'm not losing health. What it also allows me to do, that's fine, is pop the Grinding Monster 0 pegs. Significantly less ideal. Significantly less ideal. Really did not want my I lied. Very ideal. Perfect. Carry on, carry on. We've got a little bit of round guard coming up as well. Isn't that nice? Awesome stuff. Absolutely awesome stuff. Very pleased with that. Healing. Sorry, I got off with healing. Yeah. Okay. Wait, I was not expecting to be offered healing. Thank you very much, Orange Jesus. I appreciate it. I did have to go through the trenches for this, but I have entered, haven't I? Okay, this is actually very rough. Oh. Hi, Brown Guard. Zombie Dictionary is kind of insane. I have no orbs in my tech to discount to, I guess. Sure, it's just special button. I have complex claws, so the special button is just very solid. I do feel like I'm kind of just doomed into this elite, though. Elite, rather the boss. Mr. Slimeface. I think that he's going to hit very hard, and I think I'm not going to be too happy about it. I'm just going to have to press the heal button, aren't I? I'm afraid that missing out on that heal there is rather catastrophic, because the next time I shoot that orb for this fight, it deals a tad too much self-damage for me. So I'm simply going to need health through other means. Which is fine. I can press the button. I can spend the gold. I would like to, in theory, awesome stuff. Would like to, in theory, be able to try it again. Am I got on other things? So I am going to play greedy again and not get punished for it. So close to not being punished for it. Hold on. You piece of garbage. I wanted that roll active so badly. Yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Sometimes they're just greedy. What can you do? What can you do? Yay! Sorry, that's just a huge deal. Absolutely huge deal. I'm just really, really pleased to see that. It seems like this bomb is not going to come quietly, so that was actually a very cool shot for a second there. Oh man, I'm just so pleased with this. Let's go claim that Grinding Monster peg. And then I suppose this is pretty much finishing up the fight, because it just got a crit. Whatever, I'll just finish up the fight. It's fine. Oh man, I have got health to work with. This is very pleasant. There's an Echo in my store. I like Echo. It's a good orb. Very good orb. Very good orb indeed. So we've got 99 health, 8 gold, a healing orb, an Echo which is trying to be useless. Afraid that if you want to be good, putting yourself behind a pebble that is not critting is not ideal. Also putting yourself towards the start of the deck, also not ideal. You want damage, Mr. Echo? You gotta get it yourself. That's right. Put in the hard work. Boom, boom. Look at that. Solid stuff. Unfortunately, it's all for naught, but, oh wait, no, it's not. Awesome. Oh, man. Let's just shoot a horrible shot that does nothing. A pebble shot that does nothing. I love doing nothing. Look, I can shoot an awesome body shot that does something. Yay! Awesome stuff. Volleyball. Oh, oh, it increases. Oh. I didn't realize it increases. I misread it. I thought it was deals 432 self-damage when fired. I do think volleyball is pretty cool. Each time you've taken on these self-damage specifically. I really do that. I think that it's probably just wiser that I just do like that. Okay. Okay. Formula. It's cool. Pretty cool. And for crits. Too cool to turn down. I only have 55 health, so I'm just kind of scared of the next fight, so I'm taking counterfeit crits for it. Maybe Bomulet's better. Duplicate Ecorb. Hey, what game plan do we think we're going for this game? I wonder. I think I know what I'm doing in Area 4 if I get there. Now, the only question is, do I in fact get there? Well, that was a beautiful shot, wasn't it? God, that shot just set me up so well for this fight. It's actually just incredible. Like, words cannot describe how amazing that shot was, eh? Ooh. Very pleasant to see. Unfortunately, that shot was a bit of a whiff. But it's fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 590. Keep up the amazing damage. Getting very close to the time where I want to hit that refresh. Do I have that round guard? I do in fact have that round guard. So let's just avoid pressing that discard button. Perfect. Oh, honestly, solid damage for what you were. Yeah, it was a bit of a silly shot, but it was fun. I wanted to try it out. 72 damage. Again? No, just get the refresh. Let's be responsible here. Okay. Oh man. I mean, this is just so pleasant to see, isn't it? It's just so pleasant to see. I'm actually going to be a bit risky. 21 unblockable self-damage. You will beat 21. So, yep, you beat 21, and I'm a full... Man. Let's play greedier, I guess. The Greymon 0 worked out, so I'm just sitting at 102 max health. I've got the Nostril Body for backup. I've got the double Echo. And now I just need a high damage orb to go along with this. Cool. Awesome. Glorious Suffering. Consuming Chalice, Sphere's Fate, Brilliant Trinket, all this stuff. Very cool. I'm taking Glorious Suffering. Oh, I see. I totally forgot about this. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Another boss from this act with no rewards. My AoE powers, my... Do you have a boss passive now? All three of these feel mildly fine. Just gonna say that straight away. I am mostly just AoE power, aren't I? I really am. I need multi-ball, I need multi-proc. What gives me the most money? Kinda like health as well, just to stack up gold for area 3 and 4. This gives me good immediate gold and is probably just completely fine. But specifically it stores some orbs. I get so much value from it. I want to try this. I have no Subaru. Because I'm just fine. I'm gonna take those. I'm gonna go to the right. We need to. I only have one refresh on the board. We just need to play this carefully. I need to get my board upgraded. I need to be saving my refresh. Alright, hitting a crit is just worthless. Sure, that's fine by me. Fine by me. Not for the Dagob actually, and that's good news because I have a lot of crits on the board and I have an Echo follow through. Alright, I do like the look of this. The fact that we've got Greymon 0 to go along with it as well is just chef's kiss. 10 is expensive. For an Osobatu? Anything. Well, not anything, but a lot. I'd spend a lot of health for an Osobatu. I will continue to spend... I have an orb in my deck. Okay. We have this fight. Well, it didn't go very pleasantly last time, did it? But I'm sure this time will be different. Immediately not looking too different, I must admit. Immediately not looking too different. Bit on the painful side. My damage is stocked in AoE though, so that is... Anyway, with the orb is rather annoying, but... Where's the refresh? Oh my god, that's where the refresh is? Yep, got it. I get it, you hit very hard. Just need to be very careful, make sure that I'm healing. Perfect. Bam. Look at that beautiful damage, and there we go. Ooh, just a scary fight, a very, very scary fight, but Awesome, that's a Doctor. See, I already have a Nosferatu in my deck, so obviously adding another healing onto my deck is just useless. I'm already at full health all the time. Nope, I'm afraid that's not how it works. The more healing, the better. Especially since I don't have ambidextrous, so if I need to shoot a healing orb, I need to shoot a healing orb. Simple as that. Happens. Orbit's story. What else do I have to work with? Not actually as much as I would like. Nowhere near as much as I would like, eh? But I'm sure that I'll be able to heal up sometime soon. Jesus. I have to shoot this. Oh, this is miserable. Whatever. What can we do? No, but actually, what can I do? I just need an insane shot after insane shot after insane shot, and I'm afraid that is not quite possible. At least they're delayed actually, so this fight did get a lot easier. These guys do not get to immediately fire, but I've already lost so much health because of Cruci 19. Like, they nerfed Cruci 19 apparently, but you still just have some fights where I guess I just lose because of that. Fuck the suck. Yeah, Health Wealth is nice. It costs a lot of health, and I did immediately upgrade that Doctor, which did drain my health, I suppose. I don't really know. That was nice, wasn't it? Very, very pleasant, but good things do not last. I think the safest bet... Okay, so I just need to remember, Cruci 18 really crunches health as well as I did by the Doctor, which I wasn't on the full health to begin with. I did have a lot of max HP to work with. But definitely, I should have just taken the extra boss. The extra boss is just totally fine. Just a little bit of extra gold, and I had the healing to recover. Glory Suffering is really not what I was looking for. It literally just meant that I walked into that fight and I lost, just because I did not have a boss passive that could actually deal with that easily. Which does suck. You know what else sucks? Not being able to hit your goddamn bombs. Thank you. But, I feel like I played that decently well. Health as Wealth was the misplay. Don't think I should have taken that. Just fine. A good learning experience. Health as Wealth is pretty expensive after all, and I did get a very, very fine option. I think Painbow was also very acceptable. Yep, very acceptable. We've got a lot of question marks here. This is... Oh, that's the first time I've seen this event today. Wow. I wonder why my runs have been going so horribly, right? I have not been getting one of the strongest events in the game. The tempo you get from that just allows you to take on early elites much more confidently. It's just so handy, especially if you have Brown Guard, but like, even if you don't have Brown Guard, it is just a huge deal having a level 2 orb in your deck, especially since you're also shooting the level 2 orb more because you have less orbs in your deck. Oh man, awesome stuff. Let us... Damn, losing that run was definitely unfortunate though. I was not in the most ideal spot, and unfortunately enemies took advantage of that. They did change the Cruciball 19 waiting tables, but I got an extra chandelier and an extra plant in that fight, which already I don't know why you can get anything plus a plant in Area 2. Plants are kind of just like so brutal. But whatever. I think I really want Glass Half Ball. I think Glass Half Ball is very, very good. However, I'm not willing to spend upgrades on it with a store so soon. Just get that transparency going. It does nothing, but the Glass Half Ball deals slightly more damage, which makes it easier to line up this kill, because I do not actually have an AoE power, so I need to maintain my bombs. You didn't die there? Okay. The damage of Pebbles with Cruci 1 active is just pitiful. Very acceptable, isn't it? We get a crit on our next shot, and this fight becomes very simple. Oh wow, okay, sure. Not as simple as I'd like, apparently. Cool stuff. Alright, we're very, very sad about that last one. I would have loved to have gone at least a little bit later, but I suppose not. We can't always get what we want. I'm afraid I definitely didn't. 74 gold, that is a lot to work with. That is very pleasant to see. I have almost procced my Orbit story as well, which is just such a huge deal for the elite fight. Gonna be very pleasant. Prime Slime, 2 extra crits on the board. definitely going to accept the Prime Slime. It's very good. Extra crits are also nice, of course. But I like sliming. Remove an orb to take 21 damage. Nice in theory. Unfortunately, you need healing pretty much full stop if you want to take 21 damage. And I do have healing now, but I didn't before. If I could get to 105 gold, that would be sick. Absolutely sick. Question mark, I'll get it in. Frog Amulet, sure. That being said though, I would be very happy to just pick up orbs in this upcoming store. If I can find multi-bull to synergize with my Prime Slime, I'll be very happy. But I also have the... I was hoping that would hit. But I also have the lovely Frog Amulet now to give me a little bit of max HP. I do think max HP is going to be very important in Area 4. I think that it's a pretty big deal. Just buys you time, and a lot of the time will be what you need. Now, if you would be so kind, I would like to slap that bomb. Thank you very much. Awesome stuff. Now, in a perfect world, we get to heal up a bit. Is this a perfect world? Absolutely not, but I can at least grab a tiny bit of health. Just a tiny bit. 104 gold. You know what 104 gold is? 1 gold off of 105. Thank you very much. 2 passives here. Would be massive deals. It could also be stuff that looks like this. So, we are playing C20. We have access to less crits on the board. A circle-based game plan on Peglin Tuition is not something I would recommend. However, no. However, it's actually just not bad though. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Bull landing's also decent here. For 15 gold, I suppose I will take it. The extra max HP as well is nice, isn't it? Cool, so let's just get rolling. I just have good damage on non-crits now, and that's just nice, hopefully. We also have a bit of transparency, so we get to apply some damage pressure to the both of them at once, which is very pleasant. Usually that's just not something you have access to. I think that the new Glass Half Bull is very solid. And of course, Dagob we're still perfectly happy to hit a crit with, as will always be the case to be honest. Dagob has incredible crit damage. Even if you were to use Dagob on Peglin, which it recently was still on the Peglin pool, but even if you use it there, a lot of the time, you will still just be fine to try and hit a crit with it. If you still have that crit up. I thought you'd be a bit lower. But not to worry, because poison has gone you lower. Awesome stuff. Transparency against tree mold is really nice, just because it handles tree a lot easier as well. Mask of Joy. Back to react and Wool Chicken. I think Wool Chicken is the safe bet here, but apparently picking Wool Chicken earlier was also not the correct play, so I will skip it there. I think that's the incorrect play, but I want the Mask of Joy. Okay. But I have a discard button. I like the discard button. The discard button is very cool. Let's use the discard button, shall we? Oh, I missed the crit. Okay. I would shoot a terrible shot. The discard button is very cool. I get a lot of stats from my discard button. I'm also not on the most health. So as cool as the disc... Oh, thank you, Hack on Tap. I'm on significantly more health. Unfortunately, significantly more health is not enough to inspire confidence yet, but it is enough to deal damage, and I like dealing damage. Particularly to the mole. That's what this is for, after all. Awesome stuff. It's a shame the refresh is just miserable to reach, but I have everything. God, absolutely miserable. It's one of the problems with Prime Slime, eh? What a discard. So much damage. It's just so much damage. Oh, well, that was pleasant. Well, pleasant, yeah, in a certain sense. It could have been so much worse. It really could have been. Awesome. I now get absolutely nothing to synergize with my Mask of Joy. But what I did get is another answer. I think it's going to be a pretty good passive for getting me to Area 3. Alright, where are we? Enemies will gain 1 Circle, Constant Healing, or Orbit's Nightmare. I have Orbit's Story, which is kind of funny. I do think Orbit's Nightmare is you cannot get rare relics, which is a hilarious detriment. Absolutely hilarious. It is also very rough. I think I'm fine with the Circle. My plan is to blow up enemies with rig bombs. It's a pretty good plan. I don't really care. And this is just so brutal for bosses. My boss killing capabilities are good, but 5% every turn is crazy. Like, that's like an extra 25 to 30% health every elite fight kind of thing. It's just so much to work with. I feel like just feeding them a circle might be better. There is technically also the skip button, isn't there? But I'm not here for that. I am not here for that. But I do have some healing. I do have some stuff. Let's just... I'm really trying to dig to my rig bombs. I really am. It will. Let's get that transparency moving. Moving and grooving. Because if there is one thing I do have, it's damage. And unfortunately, my enemies also have that damage. Luckily, it's not quite as strong as my damage. But it doesn't really matter that it's not quite as strong because they hit so hard. And they have 400 odd health. Oh my god, can we... Thank you very much. And I have 33. What's a shock absorber? How are you going, shock absorber? It's nice to meet you. Like, extremely nice to meet you, like, hello. I'm sure we'll become best friends. Alright, free removals is what I'm looking for. Let's get you out of here, shall we? I imagine that I will just be popping a few rig bombs a few times this fight. I imagine that is just how this fight's going to end. I would love to have some healing slimes on the board so I'm not just net losing health this fight. Will that happen? No. But it's nice to think about, isn't it? Yeah. Double damage, poison, lightning. I got one. Did I get any healing from it? Don't think so. Volleyball is probably actually really good for the Area 4 boss. Unfortunately, that is not what I'm trying to set myself up for. Ew, I need to not die first. I'm sure that we will continue to get... I think it is just Stacktopicus. That was... Hold on. I don't usually like doing that, but that was... I kind of want to play from a circle. Like, I'll just take Primal Frost. I already have good AoE, but I do think it is just... They're both neat there, that's for sure. Can we stop with the extra enemies? They just put on the pressure and it scares me. Like, oh, I actually have to pop a rigged bomb in a decent time frame now. And popping a rigged bomb just hurts more than I would like. Significantly more than I would like, eh? But I guess if it's the shock absorber doing the popping, doesn't really hurt all too much. I do get the heal there, awesome. Having multiple sources of healing is sick. Just kind of wish that it was also more. I keep getting healing slimes, but it's just constantly so late. I don't think it's Balestra. It's not exactly the wisest for keeping me alive. I'm worried, very worried. But maybe these chests will sort everything out for me. I do want to know what Orbit's Nightmare is like, but trying to test things out on C20 is perhaps not the wisest play ever. Maybe, just maybe. I think it is enhanced over Refilibuster here. Particularly because we can do that. Refilosopher's Stone, Betsy's Hedge. I'll just take the extra damage. I feel like I might need it. I'm already relying on... I'm already relying on my circle damage quite a bit, so why not a tad more? I really desperately wanted a rigged bomb on that first shot. That guy's not tapping every turn now, but it still just solves a lot. I would have really enjoyed that. Let's just get you out of here immediately. Bye-bye. You do not get to stick around. No, no, no. We do not. We have thingy, so... Scanning towards it is probably decent. Probably not decent enough to the point where I just try and kill him beforehand. Oh, you're definitely dead with that. Just not the biggest fan of how much health I'm losing constantly, but maybe, just maybe... I'm definitely pressing the heal button now. Maybe, just maybe it's fine. Pressure of counterfeit crits. Axe me anything. Very poor. I'm really not pleased with any of that stuff. But... Refresher is just a decent relic. Which do I need versus crossbow? Let's just get digging, shall we? Great first shot, great damage, very nice, but I kinda did want the rigged bomb. Kinda solves a lot of things. It is pretty neat. I will shoot now. I will not hit what I wanted to hit. It's still just pretty sick AoE though, isn't it? That did not kill? Oh my god, I'm just dead because of that pretty much. 5-0 is fine. Yeah, not being able to hit every bomb here is unfortunate. I don't have bomb generation of my own, so some maps are just going to be a bit painful when it comes to that. This is indeed one of them. It's going a bit ham with upgrades. I think Jacoblin is just a good old with my Miss Circle game plan. Ugh. We'll be able to buy one thing in the store. Only flower to have some scaling. I'm just gonna need a sash or something. Sash or puppet. I don't get either, I think I'm dead. But if I get one of them, really not too bad. That damage reduction slime has actually just saved me so much health. So pleasant to see. So pleasant. I really can't afford to lose health here, but... awesome. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I've had enough of this fight for one lifetime, I'm afraid. Maybe just a few videos, but I've definitely had enough of this fight for one video, that's for sure. I just want you gone. Is that asking for too much? Yes. Thank you so much. Fortunately that still does not kill, but we're getting there. So, due to how rigged bombs work, I am just dead. I feel like I need a sash, which means I need to greed, which does not leave me with a lot of hope. Nice greed. Well, okay. I really don't have that many runs left, do I? Really do not. 30. Okay. I need to pick up an orb. What orb do I pick up? It just doesn't matter though, because I just got my hack on tight heals. This is hilarious. I need to shoot shock absorber first and need to pop every single rig bomb on the map or something crazy. But like, I don't have any blue. Like, kill me now! I just hit the rig bomb. Hit the rig bomb. Oh my god. Okay. So it seems like Peglin Intuition is not trying to work with me whatsoever. Starting Big Fish and do Big Fish. I'm just gonna reset that, honestly. That C did not look good. Alright, Peglin Intuition is giving me a bit more grief than I would have liked. I'll try Spinmentor and Roundel next. I think Spinmentor and Roundel specifically are gonna feel really good into Area 4, but like, wow. Ooh, there are some crazy Cruciball 19 enemies you can get, eh? It's like, sure, 70 extra health in this fight, that's fine. But getting 80 extra health on a plant in the first fight in Area 1, when I can't deal with it, is just like absolute pain. Talk about absolute pain, I'm just not playing that seed. I just don't want to. Okay, Bombaton. Now we're talking. I have AoE power, so like Cruciball 19 is just so much less of a deal. Because it really is just a massive deal. Like, it changes a lot. You just can't be losing all that extra health in fights that you are going to be losing. Being able to just have an extra 120 health off of all enemies is a huge deal. Bombaton is a great passive. Playing for bombs is something I've tried to do consistently, but I just have barely found shock absorbers. I've found one bob orb. Short and enhanced are both just not appearing. Which is fine. There's a lot of stuff I can play for, but bombs are definitely one of my preferred game plans. I got a reform and then it's just going to be insane into Area 4. 27 gold, that's just really good for a first fight. Very impressive indeed. Let's go for this pounce, shall we? Thank you. That's just really solid. Really solid indeed. I'll ignore early elites. Grab the chests. This is the kind of thing I've been trying to set up for. Never seen this event before. Alright, so the slime starts to speak to you. It's speaking to me. Completely out of coins. Moving on to pay all of my money. Or fight. I want to know what the fight looks like, unfortunately. So, I'm sorry, my friend, but I want to see what... Are you just running? Is that what this fight is? I'm fine for you to just run, but... Interesting. Yes, he's just running. Okay, sure. I mean, look. Why would you not take the fight? What do you get from not doing anything? I mean, because... Oh wait, he's not dropping gold when I hit him at breakpoints. Got it, I see. Actually, he might just escape this turn, because I feel like the dagger was just going to miss. Bye-bye. Not quite. Not... Oh, hold on. Not quite. So close yet so far, my friend. 30 gold. I haven't gotten anything yet. Oh! Well, I feel kind of bad. You know what, I did kind of forget about the part where we said he had no gold. So the question is, why would you fight him? The answer is 1 grinding monster 0 max HP. The fight gives 0 gold, he gives 0 gold when you kill him, he gives 0 gold when you hit him. Just generally not actually really all that handy. Alright, that's very fun, I like that. He's of course absolutely nasty. I literally just murdered him in cold blood, but I needed to find out what it did. It's all for the greater good, you know? All for the greater good. That's what I'll keep telling myself. Can we not misnavigate from... Alright. Oh, sure. Sure. So instead I get to go to an elite. Yippee, that is exactly what I wanted to do. I am so happy to be going to an elite. I've just got so much tempo to deal with so many elites. Yippee. I'm gonna get Bombaton and it's gonna be a Minotaur. And then I'm just gonna be like, well, what can I do here? Okay, I did say that. Please don't actually do that to me. I actually do want this run to succeed. I actually do want to win, believe it or not. 58. Hello, Collateral. So, rigged bombs are just not good. Sorry, bombs are just not good versus Minotaur, but rigged bombs, on the other hand, they can actually do stuff. Only 25 gold, it's already level 2. Rigged bombs can do stuff, and the flat damage from Collateral can also do stuff. Also, Bombaton into this fight, yeah, makes me very happy. Oh, very, very happy indeed, man. Okay, hopefully things are just a bit cleaner from here. If we can get a healing passive, if we can get something that reduces rig bomb damage, we can start easily using this Collateral damage, and that'll be sick, because Collateral is a very, very good orb. It's also a very good orb when you actually hit the rig bombs. Because that way I don't have to deal with any of these enemies apart from this guy. I just want to shoot the Collateral damage once, purely for the flat damage. Flat damage on Collateral is just very good at level 2, and in case you haven't noticed his health... Alright, well, okay, sure. Well, I'll pay the health tax. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. Interesting. I'm planning on playing for bomb stuff, but turning down a refreshing punch just feels bad. It really does. Also, like, choke mod is cool. It's cool. It's cool. Not much more. Turning down a refreshing punch feels bad. If I hit a leaf thrust for that, I would be very sad. How about that? But it's kind of hard to turn down the Alchemist Cookbook. Really. Play that if I've already got the bomb baton, already trying to lean into the bombs, and let's just Collateral damage my way out of here. It seems I decided to hit bombs extremely early on. Which, like, sure, I shot the Horrible. On this map, the Horrible is always going to be hitting bombs that are stuck in those positions. That is really on me. But I'm fine to just pay the health tax and move along. This is a fight that you do just lose health in a lot of the time anyway. It's what I would call not fun. Okay, actually, yeah, I'm just going to pay the health tax. I wasn't sure, I was still making up my mind, but yeah, no, decided. We will just bomb our way through enemies, shall we? I mean, look, if we can get another favored elite fight, that'll be sick. Absolutely sick. Cookie so that I have healing is beautiful. You know what else is beautiful? Stacking up gold with Sprouting's investment and having infinite gold for the rest of the run. Really nice. I don't have enough gold or question marks to stack up though, and just not worth... Okay. Just not worth me trying it. We got a Minotaur. Yay. I love it here. The good news is, I can kill this Minotaur. He will die. At what cost? My health. A fair bit of my health. But he will die. That's very pleasant. Whoa, hold on. Did I just lose no health? I'm actually back. Completely shocked. I lost 0 health. Crits also refreshed the board. Spooky, scary Haglund's hat. I mean, like, crits will heal me, like... Spooky looks so good there, doesn't it? It looks so nice because I've already got the Collateral damage, it's giving me gold, but I just don't think it's good enough. Story is good. Is good. Oh. Kablamo, and... Kablamo? Just bomb stuff. Yeah, it's just bomb stuff. Bomb stuff with Nosferatu for healing. It's level 2. Does it have damage? It doesn't have damage. Rebel? Would I add it to my deck? Probably not. But I'm definitely not adding a duplicate up to my deck. Alright, let's try and get some healing this fight, shall we? I will shoot it, but I'm actually not going to shoot it. Simply choose to miss. Alright, we have Bombaton, and they did make this fight easier with more pegs, so I do imagine that a lot of enemies will just die sometime soon to bombs. And that's going to be pretty nice. Appreciate that. If we can hit a refresh here, I will try and shoot the Nosferatu for the heal. If not, I won't be shooting the Nosferatu because there's nothing to shoot. Alright, Betsy needs to die. So I'll upgrade my collateral. 49 health is not as much as I'd like with a self-damage ping build, but I would say maybe it's fine, but like look at this starting deck, it's atrocious. Nosferatu being really far away terrifies me. Absolutely terrifies me. My AoE powers are very good. Very impressive indeed. I like that a lot. Unfortunately, my other stuff is not quite as premium. Well, that's good damage, unfortunately. You're joking. You're kidding. How? Can't do this to me. It's fine. I'm just so scared. Oh my god, I actually hit that crit. Wow. So those vine placements were very rough. I did actually pop the vine that I needed to pop, and got myself into a good spot for the second shot though, so things were just fine. That was very pleasant. I was definitely a lot more scared, as you could tell. Alright, nice. We have healing, we have the self-damage we need to be killing enemies with. I'm much more pleased with how this is looking. Of course that means nothing. Literally could mean absolutely nothing. But I'm hoping that it's a good omen. So, how do you like flat damage, Betsy? That's what my bombs are. And I'm afraid that your time is coming to an end. Can we stop getting caught by that vine? Alright, I'm not messing around. Bye bye. I am still messing around a bit. Ever so slightly. Not to worry because I'm sure that everything will be tidied up with this beautiful shot. Jesus, those vines were rough. But we are on enough health to where Nosferatu can happily heal us up. And deal AoE damage and not deal AoE damage because I'm not upgrading it. Cool. The worst part is I know that I could have gone through that boss fight without Alchemist's Cookbook. I am rather sad about that. I would have gotten a lot of healing off of that. And a lot of procs and a lot of everything. I'd just take it. Problem. 2 random relics are deactivated each battle. The Painbow Slime. No treasure notes. I'm fine with no treasure notes. No treasure notes means more other stuff including question mark. Sure, Tomb Raider I think is completely fine. It's just slightly less value, but you can get more value as well. Nosferatu just to top myself up. Sure. Is it really going to top myself up? Probably not. But maybe it just swings a bit. It's pretty neat. Alright, so I have healing. Man, I wish I knew that I was going to have a cookie. Like, if I had a cookie, I don't think there's a world where I'm actually turning down Refreshing Punch there, even for an Alchemist Cookbook. Like, we do know how good Alchemist Cookbook is, but I think I'd still just take it. And it would have worked out so well. Leaf Refreshing Punch is just... It's going to be like the Area 4 killer, pretty much. If you can take that stuff into Area 4, you are like... It's so good. Just a tiny bit of a shame. And you do. There's a lot of question marks over here. It may look like there are no chests in this map, but I'm afraid there actually are. I'm looking forward to going to them. Second collateral with this much healing is very worth it. Man, I am going to be salty about that for the rest of this run. I spent so long deliberating. I was just like, oh, but if I get a Leaf Thrust for later as my option, I'll be sad. The thing is, it was a good bet to take. Simply, it was a good bet to take. Even if I get the Leaf early, there are probably still other options that I'll prefer, and Alchemist Cookbook is good for a lot of builds. Okay, buddy. It's good for a lot of builds. It's so worth it. There we go. Unfortunately, I wouldn't even call it a gambit. It was a gambit to take it. Unfortunately, the gambit did not pay off, eh? Still, our healing is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. That's pleasant. These guys did a lot of damage at this stage. Not the biggest fan of that. But they will die. All in due time. And I will just heal it all up. I'll be here healing. Awesome. Let's take our question marks. Get our mystery chest. Read it, even if... I'm not a fan of this fight. I'm really just not a fan of this fight. I'm afraid that even if you try removing the chest from the map, that's not good enough. You're gonna have to try harder than that. Alright. I'm not a fan of this fight, but collateral damage is pretty good. I just remembered that my bombs are actually 200 damage there. I was gonna say I have to actually aim that, and I aimed what? My bombs are not 200 damage, they're less than 200 damage. You shoot. I am... Sure. Sure. It's fine, it's fine. We are all good. Let's try this, shall we? Should be able to get minimum some healing. Crit maximum healing. Okay, that's more than some healing. I am pleased with this. Thank you. It is a very yucky fight. I'm very happy to not get it. Alright, so what story should proc here? Pretty sure that it will just proc. Chests have been removed from the map. You can still get them though. Ooh, complex claw, round the guard. Absolutely, round guard is just an amazing relic. Demon wall, less useful, but still should be good. Man, if we could get a shock absorber. Offer the pebble. That is, as I said, one of the best events in Area 1. Sorry, the best event in Area 1. And one of the best events later still. It's very good. Good flat damage. Good damage. Is not the most ideal, I suppose, but work with it. Because the buff to the Resistance Knight was a pretty huge deal. He's already at 6 Reflect. That is kind of just insane, honestly. I'll just wait to get to my collectible. Gee, 12 terrifies me. 12 is like I could kill myself very easily. Like, I'm gonna want to pop some rig bombs here. Yeah, very easily. You're joking. I was gonna say, no way that doesn't get a kill. Wow, okay. I mean, they made it a bit closer than I... Guess we forgot about Anvil. They made it a bit closer than I would have liked. Okay, Pincer Maneuver, I do like Pincer Maneuver a lot. Refreshive Peg Bag. I am just simply gonna take Peg Bag, right? Yes. Shock Absorber. Just still gonna be the game plan I'm going for. Damn it, Mosquito. 15. I can read. It says 15. 15, not 16. I live, and then I heal, and then I can breathe once more. Okay. Okay, so the Resistance Knight change. What do I think about it? It's terrifying. The hits, it has so much Reflect. It's so much Reflect. Turtle builds have been very well punished with Area 4 and the Resistance Knight change. It is much, much scarier. Which I think is a good thing. I think that it was probably necessary. 123 gold is good. Oh, give me some Spinfection, see if I care. Oh my god, you know what'd be nasty? Imagine the Spinfection stayed on you. It's like I entered this fight with Spinfection. I love Potion Bolt. What more is to say? There to say. I love Potion Bolt, Alchemist Cookbook, I never doubted you. I'm gonna get a Recon Bobby there, I'm gonna get a Shock Absorber. Everything is going to be beautiful. Oh. It's so pleasant to actually hit good orbs. Collateral damage for the tempo, Potion Bolt for the conversion of everything. It's just extremely good in pretty much every single scenario. Nosabari for the heals. Oh man. I can breathe once more. I do want a Shock Absorber. I am kind of worried about my damage against particularly this next boss, but realistically, I believe that if you convert every single peg on that board onto bombs, you're just fine for that boss fight. So I'm scared, but I'm grinning in case you can't tell. I have a smile on my face. I am scared, but I do suspect that things might go well for me in the next fight. Well, actually it is the next fight because the next thing is a store. Got 192 gold, more stacks for the store, another question mark which is close to the Orbit Story proc. Not quite there yet. Oh wait, I have collusion. Hold on. 190. Oh, I can't get it. I don't have reduced range. Just double checking. I have collusion, so things are much more possible, but unfortunately much more possible does not mean possible. 77. I am fine to lose health though. Like right there was the point where I was just like, alright, let's not lose any more health, even though I have so much health to work with. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, oh wow, it's a new event. It's not a new event, but it is a new animatic, and I do not like these fellas, and I will happily take... Oh my god, with the new map. Awesome. And I will happily take care of them. I really do want to decrease weak bomb damage. I'm not too pleased with how much damage I actually do take from them. It hurts quite a bit. That being said, my healing is above par. My healing is very solid, so I care a lot less. Now, caring a lot less doesn't actually mean that I'm still not rather scared. I am very killable. Still, I'm just very, very killable. But I definitely have more than a few solid things, which make this look pretty decent. This would definitely... Actually, I'm not going to say that. Not yet, not yet. Let's just wait a second. We're on a 33 gold with a collusion, by the way. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I did not get this kind of stuff that I was looking for specifically. So just very happy with all of this stuff. Giving the refreshes every shot is kind of cooler than the Unicorn Horn, right? Yes. If I get Shufflepot, that is, of course. I am going to be trying to hard go for rarer relics, though. I have Ambidextrony. I do not want to shoot the Nosferatu, though. Let's see what a good slime can do here as well. This is going to be very interesting. Can I get the win here? I'm not too scared of Area 3. I'm still very terrified of Area 4. As I said, I really want like Recom, I really want like Shock Absorber. Once I get that kind of stuff, I'll be so much happier. I think we should have damage reduction slimes on the board somewhere, right? They're stocked up somewhere. I'm not just going to kill myself by shooting this collateral damage. Not quite as nice as I would have liked. But I'm not dead, am I? It does mean, however, that I probably shouldn't shoot this collateral damage as my next shot. Just wait a bit. Shoot the Nosferatu first once. It should be fine. Try and finish up with a collateral damage, which now that I realize is rather scary, is way more terrifying to shoot, but I'm sure everything will go perfectly fine and I'm not going to kill myself to rig bombs. 5 damage rig bombs are terrifying, they really are. Shooting a collateral damage with durable picks on the board, especially when bombs grant momentum to your shots, is pretty scary, but would you look at that, he's dead, we're fine. As expected, we do just pass through that fight. I did not get rigged bombs deal less self-damage to you here. It's something I was hoping for. Constricting chains is a great way to kill myself currently. Bearing, Tinted Cactus, and Satchel. Now, Haglin Satchel, Shock Absorber, Bobble, Collateral Damage, all 3 of those are rare orbs. Potion Bolt, Summoning Circle, all 5 of those are rare orbs. They're all very good orbs for here. 50 gold is possible, I suppose. I don't think the flat damage really works that well with Tender Cactus, but I think it is just Tender Cactus here. Especially if I get like Shock Absorber. 100 Darkness, Mini Boss. That's bad. I'm not taking out this wealth again. I got baited into it last time. Honestly, the Mini Boss really does scare me. Mini Boss from Area 3 is so much scarier than... Actually, not so much scarier than a Mini Boss from Area 2. They're both terrifying. But they're both scary. Like, honestly, I'd rather fight bosses from the previous act. Still, I do hope that we do pretty well. I really need some kind of damage reduction. I'm not happy taking full rig bomb damage, but for the time being I can just take it. I am just fine to take it. The problem is, for the time being ends when I die. Which, unfortunately, is not when I would like it to end. It really isn't. But the flat damage does convert properly. Awesome. Love that. Also having flat damage on this fight is very nice. I have Round Guard. Pretty epic too. I will just shoot this, but I'm not shooting a shot to get a good shot. I am shooting a shot to leave the map quickly, do something a little bit like that. Alright, let's end that shot. Awesome stuff. Good gold. I basically got a skip option there. Like, that's actually just really good. Sure, I'm down health, but I basically just got a skip option there. Just pop your rig bombs this fight. Just pop the rig bombs and move along. Try not to lose too much health. Hopefully this is a pretty cool shot. I do expect it to be pretty cool, preferably with some damage reduction slimes on the board. And yet, we should just be able to take care of them. Awesome stuff. Full health. Spinstress payment with tender cactus is pretty awesome, isn't it? Didn't even check the map, did I? I was just that terrified of the the Area 1 boss. Sorry, Area 3 elite. Let's try that again. Area 1 boss, hello? We're in Area 3. Wake up. Orbit Story, thank you very much. Thank you, Orbit Story. This is gonna get me killed. I would like to not die from that, but I do get the feeling that it might be a bit more painful than I'm for. I will actually remove the Terrible here. I'm not sure if holding on to the Terrible specifically for that one curse is a good idea, but I mean, there's absolutely no way I'm taking Reduce there. I think this is really good into Area 3. Exactly with this build, but it's very good. Okay, we have enhanced gunpowder short fuse. Our bomb proccing capabilities are now out of this world. How good are our living capabilities is my big question. Also, that was way more ping damage than I was expecting. I should have retargeted. A good slime? Hello. Not like an amazing slime. Like this slime is hard carrying, eh? Awesome. Let's just not miss navigate. Guess I'll just take the immediate one. Not to miss navigate from an elite anyway. Just need to go road and then I'm fine. Oh, Pegtar? Oh, it would be a shame if I added infinity refreshes to your board. Gotta love it. Pegtar is also reasonably weak to collateral. I say reasonably because that did not work out the way I wanted it to work. Because, oh yeah, like reasonably, simply. Not quite as weak as I would like, but you are still just not dead yet. Okay, well I have ground cards, so good luck damaging me now, and then I will just finish out the fight here with my incredible... Yes, I'll just finish it out with that Nosferatu, sure. Interesting, Nosferatu heals me immediately. I don't know how I feel about that, I think I like it. Oh! You're allowing me to live? How generous. Thank you very much. That's just a huge deal. I am happy not to be losing infinity health to the rig bombs now. Instead, I'm losing infinity -1. I was just talking about how much I care about my max HP. Well, not really, but kind of. Didn't really mention max HP, and I didn't really mention about caring about it, but I mentioned about caring about losing the HP. Quite a bit. Decreasing it by 1 is a very good thing to do. Bombs apply infection time? Same value? I will take Mask of Sorrow. Do I expect it to be particularly amazing? I mean, I have no debuff relics. That says everything we need to... I did actually think about that. What if it's random navigation? Of course, I can just not take the random navigation, but... What was a thing that I could get? Talk about a thing that I could get. I'm fine to just do this. Let's just pop it, shall we? I've got Cookie. I don't need to worry about health. I've got Intentional Oboe. I've got literally infinity health. This is the second best map in area 3 to pop pegs. Intentional Oboe? Intentional Oboe. Oh my god. Oh, yo, I'm alive. Hello, I'm here. Smoke mod for some darkness is pretty cool. Living is also cool. I'm alive. No, 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 no. I am going through, and that is it. That is it. End of story. Thank you. There is no bargaining. Bargaining to be had. Bullbean hammer. Funny. If I pick up an orb, I kill myself, right? Yes. This time, let's not pick up an orb. Oh, but bull like. No. No. Silence. Oh my god, imagine there's a shock absorber in the store and I can't pick it up. Oh, that would have been hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I think I actually do buy bullbean hammer. No, I don't. Why would I buy bullbean hammer? That's weird. Improved catalyst for the extra bomb damage. I don't really care about bomb damage, do I? Oh my god, I'm terrified. I don't have rubble for this boss. I was blind. I did not see which boss I was fighting. Yeah, no. Let's not shoot the collateral damage immediately. I choose to instead live. Let's just shoot the potion once and then heal up. Still have one more fight to heal up in. God, I'm not happy with this. I should be on so much more health. So much more. Just send me through, please. I said just send me through, please. Good news is I can just choose not to shoot collaterals. The bad news is fights like this exist. Be able to heal more than the rig bombs I'm hitting. Jesus, man. I'll die if I shoot that. I am not a fan of this. I am really not a fan. Ooh. Seriously not a fan. Please, for everything, just give me my full heal here. My deck has access to a lot of full heal. I did not get a full heal. Very simply, that is happening. Very simply, this is happening because I am a coward. Oh, I'm an absolute coward here. I can lose a lot of health in this upcoming fight. I'm just saying, a lot of health. That rubble does help out a lot though. I am just going to shoot the collateral first shot. It's really not a wise shot to shoot first, but I'd rather shoot a shot that does something than a shot that doesn't. So I guess collateral it is. Good news is, AoE damage is pretty good for this fight. Also, rubble is rubble, so I do just expect to get a pretty decent amount of value. The fact that I have not hit a shock absorber or a recon is really unfortunate. If you want to do bomb stuff into area 4, one of the two, especially if you've got cactus, shock absorber is going to work. And if you've got enhanced short fuse, which we do have, then recon should just be fine. So why exactly do we think I wanted to pick up a rubble for this fight? Gee, I wonder. Never change rubble, never change. Rubble is also just good into area 4. It's just going to be amazing to pick up. Would you look at that? The boss is already dead. I just didn't even have to worry about that. That's so sick. Rubble is very good. Yep, that is why I'm here. You're kidding. I have 10 cactus. Volleyball is the top pick here. Electropignet, Curse Mask, good Silver Conviction, go for gold. Okay. That just happened. We have a Shock Absorber in our deck. Double damage, double scales then. I'm not sure if I want the double scaling. I guess I'll speak up, sorry. I do not want this to lose. This is a pretty good first shot. Sorry, the potion boot just dealt 1,000. Like, I understand it. Like, a good slime is like good, and like refresh perspective is like good, but like, it just dealt like 30,000 damage. Dang, 30,000 damage on an orbital slime is really damage. Maybe a captain on blind, I see. Oh, enemies stack at 100 blind max now, I see. That's good. That was not even... I would love to further decrease damage from weak bombs. I know I still have -2 on them, but I actually do want one. So how do you like this? Oh my god. I figured it would be something like that, but like that was fast. How good the pepper fires did not steal my max HP there. Alright, that shock absorber, you can see why I wanted the shock absorber, eh? Makes just a tiny difference. Oh, that was the orbit story. Can they bug fix that, please? Wow. Oh. Three removals is 1, 2, 3. And I can remove a collateral. I'm shooting a shock absorber every other shot for my late game. 3 removals was a huge deal. Oh my god, I think Orbit Story just killed me. Got Dupont, which isn't... Imagine I had League Threats Wave for this one. When I refresh, do I crit? No. Orbit Story working in Area 4, I'd appreciate it if that wouldn't happen. You can get a Mimic in Area 4 as well? Awesome, I think the Mimic fight's much easier, so... absolutely. Especially since, like, if you have, like, a cheese blind build, for example, which, I mean, who would have that? Then, like, yeah. They're just golden. You can get a Mimic fight. Oh my god, that's awesome. So cool. 111 gold. Perfected Reactant, Dungeon Die, XP anything, Picketing Crit Auger. Okay, good. Perfected Reactant does something. Unfortunately, they all just kind of did nothing there. Not really what I was looking for. I don't think gold matters. Oh my god, wow, I'm already maxed for damage. But, like, that's pretty cool. Oh man. That could have been insane. So many ways it could have been insane. The stupid thing is, I think I'm just meant to pick up this apple a day. Plus the slime is also really good. Dupot, I'm just playing for bombers. Like, we all know that's the case. I'm literally just playing for bombers. Don't need the crits. I don't have, like, Mollyfly. I didn't take the Mollyfly, I didn't take the Criticus. Criticus, I think, is also a really good way to win. Wait, I think it's just the apple a day here. How hard is this guy gonna hit, actually? If bosses get boosted on C20, I'm terrified. Wait, so the Mimic was the chest? Yeah, okay. I confused myself for a bit. Thought for a moment that the Mimic was this guy. But maybe he's very much here. Okay, that was way more damage than I would have liked, but we're all good. We have healing. We will heal it up. We'll be fine. Man, 3 removes in this deck. 3 removes in this deck, eh? Would have been nice. I'm gonna be honest. I am just desperately playing for a recon here. Just desperately. I don't know how fine I will be without a recon. I am actually just losing pegs on the board. It's scary. How scary? Oddly scary. Shock Absorber, I appreciate ya. Oh man, I have a lot of good stuff. I feel like I'm actually really well set up. I'm very pleased with this. I feel like I'm on the cusp of brilliance though, and I'm actually not there. Which is unfortunate. Might as well just do that. What did we get? Ring of Reuse? That's it, right? Just Ring of Reuse for the Shock Absorber double shot and Potion Bolt double shot, which is also good. I don't think this is enough. How much health does he have? Oh, yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, that was what I expected. I need to convert as many of these pegs as possible to rig bombs. Get my scaling immediately. So that I've just got more pegs on the other map to work with. But obviously I can't shoot my collateral damage on the other map. Cactus is so good into this boss. So good. He has a lot of health to work with though. Just so much health to work with. So I'm definitely pretty scared. 17k intangible. He's definitely pretty nice. He's down a noticeable chunk of HP. My damage is going to increase. And he is at a lot of... I need to slime the other board. Can't slime this board. That is simply not going to work. Well, it would be slimed. It's just I need the other board slimed. Okay, good. There's that achievement. I did know about that achievement. I don't know what the last achievement is. My initial guess was kill this guy before he goes into this phase, but I really don't know if that's possible. Alright, perfect. I popped the left one. That one is important. Not as important as the black holes though. Or the intangible. Actually, intangible is completely useless for this fight. Good to know. Well, nevertheless. God, you can get a black hole there. That is brutal. I get that black hole out of here right now. Thank you. Alright, capping out his blind is perfect. It's exactly what I want. Is it the circle one that also cleanses him? Yes. I have to shoot 1 Collateral or 2 Horribles. Shooting a Collateral is fine. Alright, so it's down to Rubble and Shock Absorber from here. Quite literally from here. Like, what can you guys achieve? Because I know what they can achieve. They can achieve an awful lot. Can they achieve 999,999? That is a lot. It is so much to deal with. And are they capable of it? Do they have the capabilities? That is the question. I do think that Apple a Day was probably just the correct pick. Especially with those boss passives, right? I mean, those elite relics I got afterwards. Good to know that you can get a Mimic though. It's just really bad to know that Orbit's story can supplant the chest. Like, really, really bad news. Also, this needs to not happen. Really needs to not happen. Shoot 1 Horrible. I have good healing. I'm not worried about that part. Also, those soul bars really need to not happen as well. What are we at? Oh my god. I am a scaling build, I am a scaling build. Do not get too disheartened. I am a scaling build. Keep telling yourself that. Pretty good progress. Is it capped? No, it's not gonna tell me. Stop it. Stop it with this. No. Have ambidextrony. Such bad news. I'm losing permanent pegs. Pop it, permanent. No. I'll just shoot the rubble once. Just need him to pop. Yep, those. Exactly what I needed him to do. 39 blind, so he does cleanse at some points. Points they are. Not exactly sure. But he definitely does cleanse. I think I don't have enough pegs. I don't have recon. Simple as that. I did expect that you would need recon. I just haven't been able to find I have literally, ever since the Area 4 patch, I haven't found recon once. And that sucks. It is one of the best passives in the game. I think it is one of the best passives into Area 4. Because using enhanced short fuse is so good into Area 4. 500, 500. Pretty good. Really good. Unfortunately, pretty good is quite enough, eh? Not quite enough. Rob was also performing well, very well, but not quite enough. So we would actually get the kill on him if this was the old boss. But Cruciball 20 has boosted boss health, so this guy has some extra health to work with, and I'm afraid that some extra health to work with is just too much for us. Apparently too much for us. Do we have Strange Brew? Right, we do have Strange Brew, okay. Whilst it may be too much for us, we are still able to fight back pretty damn well. I'm pretty pleased with this. We've made a lot of progress on this boss. Like, he would be dead if it was the old boss. But our max health is sufficiently drained. As much as I can say we are a scaling comp, I'm afraid that the time for scaling has passed, and I'm afraid that we've just run out of too many pegs at this stage, so even if we are a scaling build, I'm afraid we've outscaled ourselves here. Ourselves into a corner of which we cannot escape. It's fine. I was hoping to get a win, but baseline I really just wanted to get to this area, get a good test run in, and I got a good test run in. I got a great test run in. Like, look at this. If I had a few more of these shots, I could actually get a kill. But I'm just out of pegs on the map, and despite having round guard, I'm afraid that it's simply not going to be enough. Simply is not going to be enough. Do have round guard though, which is like pretty sick. Oh, I didn't get it. Well, that sucks. I just die here. The rich bombs. It is what it is. Shock absorbers just put itself at the deck, bottom of the deck every single time. Do we have 100 blind? No. One Daggold. Desperately try and get his blind back to a dodgeable amount so that I can shoot one more shock absorber. Oh no, Rick bombs killed me. Ugh. 150k health left. That is really impressive, isn't it? I'm really impressed with that. That's very nice. Shock Absorber was the way to go. I saw one Shock Absorber. No recon. I missed out on 3 removals. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be perfectly blunt. 3 removals, I think I had that. I think I was right. Betsy, Orbit Story absolutely trolled my run. So what this means is not Orbit Story is bad. What this means is Area 3 navigation matters more than ever. You are going to get exactly 1 question mark in Area 4 every single time. Do not end Area 3 on only 1 question mark. Otherwise you're losing... Well, it is just the best event in the game, obviously. Technically, any good event in Area 1 is better than the event in Area 4. Purely because they have more impact on your runs, because you're going to be losing runs and they actually impact your runs, but semantics, right? It is the best event in the game. It is completely ridiculous. It will set you up for any run. If I got a rare relic, which was Recon, insta-win. If I got 3 removals, that's insane. 20 more max HP? Maybe? I don't think 20 more max HP is enough, but maybe it is. I do think that maybe Holiday might have been the wrong choice, and Refresh also crit with the Fleece. No, the Fleece doesn't matter. The Fleece doesn't matter because my normal damage is basically equivalent to my crit damage. There's basically no difference between the two, so it's just not really improving by all that much. Which, no, the Apple a Day, you really do just want as much max HP into Area 4, don't you? But yeah, this was a very tense run, very good. I did want to play the bomb win condition into Area 4. I think it looks really good. It looks even better than I thought, honestly. Like 1 shock absorber, no bulb orbs, no recom, and I still dealt 850. Let's just call it 850. 850k to the boss. Like, that's just pretty impressive. So I didn't manage to get a win in this video, and it is a long video, that is definitely what it is. But, I mean, this should be pretty interesting. I got a lot of losses, a lot of losses. A lot of entering area 1 is just going to be pretty miserable. You're going to get bad luck. We got more bad luck than I usually get. I'm actually usually pretty good with my Peglin runs. Usually I get pretty lucky. But eventually, you know, you will just find the things you need. We were at low health at multiple points during this run. I actually thought I was going to lose at multiple points during this run, which would have been a very sad way to end the video. But what I was going to say just before the Area 2 boss is I think this will have to be my last run for the video. And my last run for the video, it'll definitely be. But yeah, that was honestly just a beautiful run. I think I played that really well. 59k intangible. I can still read the status effects, but not anything more. Really wish I could. But yeah. The blind was also cool. Infection of matter? No, not really. Like, this really was just a recombobulator difference. If I had recombobulator, this is the easiest smoke of all time. I would trade 50 max HP for a recom here. It would be so good. Yeah. This is also a case of, unfortunately, I did not take the least risk blade. I took the Alchemist Cookbook instead. The Alchemist Cookbook was very good, very worth it, very solid. I probably would have... Well, I would have won after Area 1 because I hit the least risk blade there. But it's just like, you can't know that. You can't turn down Alchemist Cookbook, which is one of the best relics in the game, especially if you're planning on doing a bomb-focused game plan, which way 100% was. But it's like, if I had a Refreshing Punch combo with that endgame, or a Recom combo with that late game, like, that would have been a win. I had all the other pieces for those builds after all. But it is what it is. You're definitely not going to be winning Area 4 C20 every single time. Even if you get to Area 4. It is a very hard challenge, and that's exactly what it is, a challenge. You should not expect to win every single run. And honestly, if you get very lucky, honestly, I didn't even get insanely lucky this run. I got very lucky, sure. Not insanely lucky. If you get very lucky, though, you still shouldn't expect to win. I do think that there were multiple opportunities that if I'd gotten them, I would have won. 3 extra removals, big deal. Recon, massive deal. Refreshing Punch, massive deal. Even just like a wall chicken might have been enough. But unfortunately, we did not get the win. Our bombs did deal large amounts of damage, which was pretty funny. We didn't get the win, but there's a lot to be learned in these runs. A lot to be learned, that's for sure.